That night, Akoswa knew she would have to leave her father's house. Not just her father's house, but the small village she had known all her life. As she sat on a wooden chair, her tears fell freely, soaking her dress as she replayed the horrors of what has just happened. The stars outside blinked like silent witnesses, offering no comfort. Akoswa had made up her mind. She had to escape. Akoswa lived in a small compound with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ofori, and her 4 siblings, Ajwa, Kofi, Efwa, and baby Ama. Life had always been hard, but over the past months, a sinister shadow loomed over their family. Mr. Ofori's unsettling stares and drunken murmurs about her growing figure had made her skin crawl. Her mother dismissed it as drunken nonsense, but Akoswa knew better. Tonight confirmed her worst fears. She stood in the cramped kitchen, her hands trembling as she pounded fufu. Her mother had gone to the all-night prayer vigil with baby Ama, leaving Akoswa alone with her father. The air in the room was thick and suffocating, filled with unspoken tension. When she brought her father his meal, he ordered her to bolt the door. Her pulse quickened, but she complied, her instinct screaming danger. What followed shattered her world. The next morning, her mother returned from the vigil. Akoswa hid her pain behind a forced smile, masking the bruises and betrayal. Her mother asked about her limb, but she lied, saying she had fallen. Her mother, though suspicious, said nothing more. Akoswa knew she couldn't stay any longer. Determined to escape, she began working on nearby farms, saving every pasewa she earned. She reached out to her brother Kofi, who had gone to Accra to learn a trade, hoping he could guide her. Every night she lay awake, planning her departure and praying for strength. 2 months later, Akoswa has saved for her journey. The night before her escape, she hugged her younger siblings tightly, her heart breaking as they clung to her. "I'll come back for you guys," she whispered to Ama, tears streaming down her face. Before dawn, she slipped out of the house with a small bag. The cool morning air wrapped around her as she walked through the silent village, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and hope. Hours later, she reached the bus station and boarded a bus to Accra. The bustling city overwhelmed her senses, but her brother, Kofi, was there, waiting with open arms. As she ran into his embrace, the weight of her trauma spilled out in tears. Kofi promised her she was safe now, and for the first time in months, Akoswa felt a flicker of hope. Kofi introduced Akoswa to the Mensah family, who allowed her to stay in exchange for helping at their shop. Mrs. Mensah, a kind woman, treated Akoswa like her own daughter. But 3 months later, Akoswa fell gravely ill. A visit to the hospital revealed the unthinkable. She was pregnant. The news shook everyone. Mensah, who had taken pride in Akoswa's hard work and innocence, felt betrayed. "Akoswa, how could this happen? Who is the father?" she demanded. Akoswa stared at the floor, tears streaming down her face. Her silence spoke volumes, and the room grew tense with unanswered questions.